Fate time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Figma number 463. It's Saber, Author, Pendragon, Prototype. A male Saber. Disgusting, despicable. Okay. No, but seriously, I wasn't gonna get this figure. But I've heard and seen a lot of good stuff, and now holding the box in my hand, I'm kinda getting excited. So, let's have a look at it. So this guy's quite a looker and has a surprisingly high amount of detail, so I think I might have some fun with this one. So he stands at about, also has some size, 15 and a half, almost 16 centimeters to the top of his head if you're, depending if you're looking at the weird hair that goes up. 6.1, 6.2 inches in size. One thing right out of the bat that I feel like is very interesting about this figure, they actually have the different forms, the different stages. This would be stage 2. We got the hood for stage 1 and we got the cowl for stage 3. It does come with lots of cool accessories, which I'm really excited about. But anyway, I want to have a look at the figure, which is pretty good. The face sculpt is very nice. You have the blue eyes, frizzy hair going in all kinds of different directions. The mold is actually fantastic. I dig it. There's lots of it going on. Because like sometimes it just kind of blends together, but this one, it's pretty sharp. It's pretty good looking. Got the hood in the back, which is down. As I said, you can have a different version of that. And then the detail. The armor has a nice metallic look. As you can tell, it is very, very shiny. Awesome. Always good stuff. You have some detail in the neck. You have a little bit of gold paint job in there with the blue, the royal blue, and the gold and the frizzy stuff that's going on, which is pretty nicely painted. It has a bit of slips, but very small ones. And that is the name of the game. I want to go in a little bit deeper here because the paint is exquisite on this figure. I do not have seen many issues. You have like the symbol in the chest, the belt buckles that go down, the shoulder pads. There's a blue spot, unfortunately. But overall, there is some bleeding over here. But as I'm saying, I really want to go in deep. There's not a blue spot. Got the big piece in the back, and as I'm spinning around for some more detail over there. Lines on this side actually look better. Then you got a little bit of gold again under there. We got some better look at that on this side. And again, I feel like the X's over here are very nicely painted, and you got the fist and the white, more frizzy stuff on the front part, no bleeding and whatnot. And like I'm saying, sometimes I don't get this. Why did I just review Figma Oracle just the other day, which once again had problem with the lines, and this one's fantastic? Well, these are a little bit off the mark, but it's so like I don't want to sound like a bickering idiot, so I just want to take note of the imperfections in the paint of this figure are very, very small. Let me know if you enjoy this more deeper look into the figure, or if you're more interested in the general overlook, because usually, I mean, you don't go that deep. You put in the figure in the shelf and you look at it and you put it in a cool pose and whatnot. You're not gonna have a microscope every time you're like, the paint. You know, but as a reviewer, I feel like I should show these things, so I'm always kind of torn about that. But anyway, yeah, belt buckles over here, got a white line in the back, and you got the detail under there, more armored detail, more nice and shiny stuff going around on the legs, the shoes, and there's some more belt buckling in the back, and you have a butt, black pants, and yeah, that's your look. It's pretty good. And guess what? The same thing can be said about the articulation. Man, this is really one of the more experimental ones, because usually Figma, for the most part, the articulation is the same. But with this one, they were just like, how about we do this and that, la 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 la. Anyway, hands on a ball hinge. Well, we have a ball hinge that goes into another ball joint. Goes back and forth, but you can pull it up a little bit, so you have more range. She does look like a giraffe then. Goes side to side and goes all the way around. That was pretty cute when he tells his hat. Fangirls! Ah! Well, then you can tuck it back in, and he also has neck articulation, which is kind of weird though. I don't know. It's kind of fighting me, but it does not really go side to side. Just a tiny wiggle motion, and it does also rotate though. with it. But it's kind of stuck in there, it's kind of stiff. I'm not really getting the most out of it. For your shoulder pads, shoulder articulation actually in general, you have a shoulder pad covering this up, and you have a big gap. What I think is weird is how they put in the ball hinge so low over there. But as you can tell, it moves around pretty nicely. You can pull this down, and if you straighten it out, it still looks natural. So you can pull this down, move it upwards, bring it to the back, and bring it to the front as well. And you always have the shoulder pad to kind of cover up for all the holes. This is soft plastic, by the way, as you can tell. Does move out of the way, does not break at all. And the shoulder pad itself, it seems like it's just connected up there, so don't pull on it too much. It's kind of weird that they did not put this one on the ball. It is rubbery, and I don't feel like it will tear off easily, but I would say don't challenge it too much. So that's my recommendation for that. You have bicep swivel, ball hinge in the elbow, ball hinge in the fist, moves back, forward, swivel. Chest area, you have this joint which has some very nice motion, actually hides, it's very hidden, it's hidden very well. So side to side, back, forward, rotates pretty much all the way around, but you have to give it a little bit of a try. If you don't fancy that, you have a swivel down there, and this is just a floaty piece covering up the swivel. It does not line up if you're moving it down like that. You can tell there's the pack just holding it together, but you can kind of play around with it and move this back and forth, move this down. So I think it's pretty darn good considering the armor, that you're still getting that much out of it, so that's pretty cool. The entire rope part is on ball hinges, by the way, so you can move this one up. And the rope is pretty big. You can fold it over each other, and you can still spread it out for some good action poses, and it still has some good range. It is cut up over here, so it also lines up with the legs. It doesn't run into them, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, also rotates a little bit on there. I say a little bit because that's one of the things I always think of Princess Zelda, where the pegs just broke off, so I don't want to strain them too much. Ball pegs over here on the little side plates, you can move that all the way around. Now for your hip part, that also has some motion, back, forward, side to side. Leg moves forward. Also, by the way, this is just rubbery, this is not on anything, but leg moves forward. Leg moves to the back if you're getting everything out of the way. Moves out to the side like that. And you can rotate it on the ball up there. Ball hinge in the knee. Which, again, why they not do this one? Well, I guess you wouldn't really do a knee pad over here because this is connected to this part. Okay, you are forgiven. Then the foot moves also on a ball hinge, but this one's kind of weird. It depends really on how you line it up. It does go back and forth, and it does tilt side to side, but really, like I'm saying, you kind of have to take the gaps of the foot. The pivot does work, but it's tricky. It takes some playing around with, and you have a toe hinge that doesn't really go that much forward, but it's still there. Now for definitely one of the best parts of this figure, the accessories. We got Excalibur Proto for only the worthy. Oh, it burns my hand. I'm not worthy, but anyway, this is. Oh my god, I want to lick it. Look at the amount of detail that's in there. This one's fan-freaking-tastic. It looks so good. It looks so good. Light up, camera. Capture all of this. Whew. Honestly, yeah, this is the version from his second form, the most impressive one. But the version 3, well, from his third form, is no slouch either. It's a little less detail, but still pretty darn good. I love the scriptures always in there. It's so small, but so nice. No bleeding, no trouble with the paint, doesn't go over the line. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Out of this world. Then you got the cowl, also for his third face. This is just rubbery, kind of cut up over here, so it doesn't really get in the way. Doesn't have any joints because it's just rubber, and the golden paint job on it is pretty nice, and he's pretty clean for the most part. You just take the chest plate off and you put this one under it, Then you got the hood, which is for the first form. I want to say final form. What the frick? First form. No. Same thing. Put that on his chest. And for that one, you have a different hair sculpt, just because the other hair sculpt doesn't really fit in there. Do you just slide it in there? Which doesn't seem very easy to do. Something like that. There you go. That fits in there. So you got that. How do I get this back out, though? Then you got the face sculpts, which are kind of meh. I don't know. You got a winky face, which... Hello, fangirls. Does he have a little bit of teeth in there? Yeah, a little bit. And then the yelling face just kind of looks like mildly annoyed face. It's just, you know... The eyes don't look very angry, if you understand what I mean. I don't know. It's just like, mildly, like I'm saying, mildly annoyed. Holding hands and posing hands and just open hands. Again, hands also not the greatest, but still, I mean, considering what else we're getting, I'm not hating on it. Then you got the Figma base, always included with all your Figmas, just like the back. Also, there's like instructions, just in case you care. This is how you assemble the stuff. I'm not gonna do it on camera, so look at the pretty pictures and you can roll with that. Boy, oh boy, final thoughts! And before I do, special shoutouts to Kuzo Monko from the Figma group on Facebook. He said, this is all his fault by the way, he said in a post that this is the best, probably the best Figma Saber we got. And I was like, heresy, how dare you, he's not even a girl. We all laughed, was all fun and games, but now the joke's on me because he was right. This is the best Figma figure Saber. And you know, I still love Nero, personal favorite overall, but in terms of figure, this guy is, oh my god, so good. Just, honestly, I don't have anything bad to say about this one. You have, okay, very small issues in the lines here and there, but it's barely noticeable. And then you have all the different forms, you got all the accessories, and like I was saying, I guess the faces are kind of underwhelming. I guess you don't get a lot of hands, but you get all the necessary stuff, plus great looking swords, plus a cape, plus a cowl, plus this, plus that, and a great looking figure in general, which is very well articulated. So yeah, this one is highly recommended. Just looking at this guy makes me feel like, yeah, this was worth it. This was a good choice. And there you go. Recommended! That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Arthur Pendragon prototype wants. Like a more aggressive yelling face. I put the mildly annoyed face on him after all. I mean, it's a battle. He's going into battle, so... What else do you expect?